I'm Joe. Today, we bring you exclusive next level bullshit. Late last week, the internet exploded with a video of some poor guy being harassed by the TSA after he landed. The young man is Kahler Nygard, and today we have an exclusive interview. But first, let's refresh everyone's memory with a bit of video.
I need to see your boarding pass that you used in Minneapolis.
Why is that? I think I misplaced it. It might be on the airplane still.
You don't have it with you?
No.
Hey Keith, so the passenger claims he does not have his boarding pass with him. I did not. He's pretty objectionable filming me. Okay, so we need to do some screening that may or may not have been completed in Minneapolis.
Okay.
So we can afford you some privacy. We'll do it.
Why does the screening need to be done now? Why can't I just leave the premises?
Because it wasn't completed in Minneapolis.
Well, what does that mean? Okay. Why do you need to do more screening if I traveled from point A to point B safely, right? Why does there now need to be more screening before I'm allowed to leave? That would lead me to believe that I'm being detained, would it not?
I'm not going to argue the process.
Are you detaining me?
I'm not detaining you.
So then I'm going to leave. I'm just stating what I'm going to do.
And I will reach out to Denver police and they will apprehend you.
For what?
For refusing our direction.
And now, here's our exclusive interview with Kahler, recorded earlier this morning. Hey Kahler, thanks for joining us here at Next Level Bullshit. Take us through the events that happened leading up to the recording of this video.
All right, well, at first all started out a few years ago, about 3 years ago, when me and my buddies went to Colorado to help one of our friends move. And we decided we were going to fly back. And we went to the airport, and they wouldn't print off our boarding pass. And we were waiting there about 30 minutes, and the next thing we know, 2 U.S. Marshals are handcuffing us and detaining us, telling us we're not allowed on the plane. And we asked, well, why are we not on the plane, or not allowed on? And they say it's state secrets, classified information. We don't even know why you're not allowed on. It just says in our computer not to allow you on, and we can't allow you on, so you're SOL. And I asked, well, what are we supposed to do? And they said, take the Greyhound home. So.
Wow. So state secrets, they're not allowed to tell you why or you can't fly for whatever reason. And do you have any idea maybe why you got put on this list?
For a few years, I've been testing different legal theories, different ways to operate within the system. I've been on forums that people consider themselves sovereign citizens, free man upon the land, stuff like that. I'm right there in the trenches seeing what's going on, so that could be why. My intent is not to be violent, though, at all. So.
Okay. So take me through the video that everyone or a lot of people have seen. Take me through what happened leading up to this.
Okay, the first video that you should see is the screening process in Minneapolis. We were preparing for me not to be able to fly. I wanted to know why they were not going to allow me to fly again, and under what law they were going to, say I can't fly. And so I had a friend come and record the instance in case they did not allow me to fly because of previously being on the no-fly list. A federal judge in Oregon recently ruled the no-fly list unconstitutional. So I wanted to know under what law or statute they were going to not allow me to fly. They did allow me to fly, and they recorded the opt-out procedure. They didn't do anything special like an SSS mark on there, but they did want me to go through the naked body scanner. I decided to opt out, and they did a full body pat down on me. And so I was thoroughly screened. Now, the next thing I know, we're flying in the air, and there's some open seats, so I go 3 seats back and lay down and take a nap. We land in Denver, and the flight attendant is telling people to stay seated, and they're trying to get their luggage out of the overhead compartments. And I felt something was up then. Next thing we know, there's a a gate attendant coming onto the plane and looking at where I was originally seating and asking the people around where I was. He then goes up to the flight attendant, and they go on the intercom, "Is there a Kahler Nygard on?" And that's when I felt like I got called down to the principal's office, and I raised my hand, and flight attendant comes and says, "We need you and all your stuff off the plane." And that's when I start recording the video of me walking off the plane, and I was about shaking at that time, not knowing what was going to happen to me.
Yeah. Well, even though for how nervous you claim you are, you did handle it very well.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the video, he says Alex Grossman, which is clearly not your name. It's just happened to be a time that the when you hit the record button, right?
Yes. At that point, I was asked, "What is my name?" And I asked him, "Well, what is your name?" And started recording. So that's where you get the Alex Grossman at the start of the video.
Okay. Now, at the end of the video, were Denver police ever called? Did you meet them outside the terminal?
The Denver police never showed up. I never interacted with the Denver police. I was followed out by Alex Grossman all the way out until I hit the public sector of the airport. And then he said, "My jurisdiction ends here. Yeah, you're good to go." And he did ask if he could use my ID for reporting purposes, and I said, that's fine. You didn't physically impede me at all. You only made requests, so
Yeah.
I'll help you out.
Okay, very nice. Now, where do you think the initial Fox News article that you linked to your YouTube, where do you think they got the Somali terrorist from?
My guess is someone called off the airplane saying, "Hey, there was a potential terrorist event on an airplane at Denver," and they probably were calling into Spirit Airlines. It was confirmed by Spirit, but they were very hush-hush about the situation, and TSA, of course, was hush-hush about the situation. So I think that he just kind of made a lot of assumptions, and there recently is in the news a story of 2 Minnesota men who went over to fight for ISIS and were killed. So they may have been trying to tie me in or maybe believed I had something to do with them, which is totally not true. So.
Right. And there's been speculation that you've been put on this TSA watch list because of Go Green Energy and your family's fight with local municipalities. What do you think about this?
I'd say it'd be rare over a fight with cities to be put on the no-fly list. I wouldn't put it past the FBI, though, and the Department of Homeland Security to add a couple flags onto my name because of that.
Yeah.
My dad has stood up to the city and thrown $150,000 down in legal fees trying to keep his wind turbine up. Both my mom and my father have been threatened with 180 days in jail time, and up until the last second, they thought they were going, and then the appeals of the court, they stepped in and stayed the decision. So they're still out of jail, and it's still hanging over their heads. So we don't know what's going to happen with that yet.
Maybe we need an episode about his dad.
Yeah. You had posted on your Facebook a ACLU article about the TSA lawsuit. So do you think there is hope?
I do think there is hope. I do think this is going to be remedied. The tools of tyranny are just moving way too slow if they're going to think they're going to get a foothold in America. The hearts and the minds of the people are totally on the side of liberty and freedom. So I'm totally positive and optimistic about our future. So, yeah, this is for sure some next level bullshit. So,
Yeah, it is. All right. All right, man. You enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again.
Yep. Thank you.
This really is the most extreme next level bullshit. A smart, articulate young man concerned about the collapse of civil liberties is clearly a threat to national security. Kahler, like all of us, knows that the TSA is bullshit security theater. Over $60 billion of tax money has been wasted on the TSA since 9/11. With more than 25,000 security breaches documented as of 2012, despite a workforce of over 65,000 people, that means a failure rate of 1 in every 2.6 TSA agents. The TSA's annual budget is $8 billion. For a grope and pillage agency where more than 200 employees were caught stealing traveler valuables, that's more criminals than any other previously documented crime ring at airports. All this expense and harassment of travelers with no terrorists captured? Transportation Security Agency, you are beyond next level bullshit. That's all for now. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode. Be sure to follow the show on Twitter, YouTube, and watch all our shows on nextlevelbullshit.com. Yeah, I'm on the watch list now.